What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Tonight we're going to talk about something that, I'm getting quite a few people mentioning, Jerry, this person's a fitness expert, but he's not even in shape. Jerry, this person's a fitness expert, but not only is he not in shape, but he hasn't produced any athletes or trainees or anything that actually got any results. But he knows so much. He has learned so much. He knows so much about fitness. And I step back and I go, okay, well, I think we need to break something down. I don't know why nobody's explained this before. Maybe because we get wrapped up on the other shit and I never really thought about explaining it, but this will kind of give you a little insight as to where I'm at, where other YouTube gurus are at that are telling you one thing that may not make sense to you. But there are two different things. There is gathering information and learning how to do something. Those are two completely different things. And I think people usually think they're the same thing. Now, in the process of learning, you begin by gathering information. And some of these people who are not in shape, don't produce clients, etc., are good at gathering information, putting it together, and then spitting it out back out. Now, what you're wanting to do is take that information, which they really haven't learned how to get in shape. They haven't learned how to get lean. They haven't learned how to get bigger. They haven't learned how to do these things yet. What they've done is learn the principles based on what they've read. And they hand it off to you, and you take it, and there's missing pieces. And it gets to the point where you're like, I don't understand. I'm doing what they say, and it sounds right, and it sounds sound, and it comes from studies, but why isn't it just working how they say it's working? It's just not working like that. And if it's so easy, like some of these guys say, why don't they do it themselves? Why do they look so bad? Why do they sit there, breathe so heavy like they're out of shape? Why do they do this? Because they haven't actually learned how to do it. Look at it like this. You could sit down and literally read and study and absorb every piece of information about an engine, any kind of, pick an engine, whatever engine in a car. And you can know every little in and out. I mean, every single little thing about that thing that there was ever, there's no piece of information you don't have. And you go over to a garage where there's a mechanic who's got 45 years rebuilding that engine, taking it apart and fixing it. Because you know, and he may not have read all the stuff you read. He may not even know all the things you know. Do you think you know more than that guy knows about that engine? Fuck no. You know more what that textbook tells about you. But could you actually dive into that engine and apply what you learned to that without ever having done it? Or only done it a couple of times? Whereas that guy who's done it a million fucking times over and over again. Like, let's say there's like a certain nut and you're trying to take the thing off. You're like, fuck, you drop it in the thing. You're like, oh, fuck. This guy knows that he has to actually put his arm around it and put his hand down here. Boop, boop, boop. So if it drops, he catches it. He knows, he's learned by experience. The experience is what gives him the knowledge to apply what he's learned from the books. So you begin with the books, you progress into applying what's in the books into what you do in real life and practical application, and then you make adjustments in practical application to get what you want for the end result. You learn little tricks, per se, and there's it's in every fucking profession, not just personal training. Every single thing you do, I guarantee you, if you're a construction worker, and you watch those guys building the house, man, you could fucking go on YouTube and learn how to build a house. You can get all the materials, you can get all the blueprints, you can get all the saws. You don't think that they have a more efficient way of doing it after doing it for 25 years, even though you've read everything like that? Of course they do. They've learned how to do it. Learning how to do it does not end with reading it online, reading it in a book, and then just applying it without knowing the little things that don't apply. There's tons of shit that don't apply, just like building an engine, building a house, raking gravel, planting shit in the backyard, all that stuff. Like flying a fucking plane, for instance. So, this, like, when I put it into this perspective, I'm hoping you realize how fucking ridiculous some of these guys are on YouTube and other places that literally have not fucking accomplished a fucking thing. No clients, themselves look like shit. And but they speak great. Like, oh, the guy, he knows what he's talking about. He quotes studies, he reads stuff. He can Wikipedia his fucking ass off. He can Google his ass off, but it doesn't mean he knows. There was a buddy of mine who had software. It was like pilot software. It taught you how to fly a fucking plane, right? So he pulls this thing up on the computer and he's showing us. So there's a couple of us hanging out at his house. And he's showing us like the different things. And now, mind you got to push buttons and shit on the computer. There's no buttons in there's no keyboard in a plane, right? And it's got like the cockpit inside there, and he's like, all right, and we start this, boom, throttle this, boom, 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 and he takes off in the plane on this fucking computer. Now, it's identical. It's like training software for a plane, right? And this guy literally looked at us and said, I can basically fly a plane. And I was like, what? He's like, I can basically fly a plane. You guys just saw it. And I'm like, no, I saw you with a fucking video game. I didn't see you fly a fucking plane. Are you shitting me? You think you fucked around in a video game for fucking 4 or 5 hours? All of a sudden you could fly the fucking plane out there that has the same cockpit that you have a fucking picture of on your thing? No. You've learned how the controls work, but the first time you get in that cockpit, everything's going to feel different. And the first time you fucking take off, you're not going to be like, oh, this is just like the video game. You're going to learn what it feels like, and you're going to learn over and over again. You have somebody with you there, walking you through it, training you through it, taking you on the flight, a real fucking captain while you're the co-pilot or whatever, and then you land. That's your first time. I guarantee you learn more in that first time than you have on that fucking game. Things that just, little tiny things that make the thing work better. That make your flying your plane so that you don't fucking crash it. And after you have so many hours flying the plane, then you get your certification to become a pilot. Now, some trainings are like that. Some of the places, like you get the book and they want you to actually apply it. When I did the ISSA certification, we did a practical application in the gym. So they wanted to watch us apply what we had learned already. And let's face facts, people that were going through the process back then in '93, that were paying $650 for the book and then paying a couple $100s for the test, you're basically investing over $1,000 in yourself. You probably were pretty efficient with what the fuck you were doing that was in that book. And most of us were already trainers, like, not trainers, excuse me, bodybuilders or powerlifters or just average, you know, every run of the day gym goers that have been going to the gym for like 10 plus years, who had started applying what they read in the books because they learned, you know, they already knew in the gym what you were doing is not the same as in a book. You can read it in a book and get the information, that's great, but what happens when you get in real life? And that doesn't really apply. What happens when you get to the point where you get metabolic adaptation? What do you do then? How do you know when to add carbs, take carbs? How do you know when to carb cycle? You know, you can read it in a book, but what if that person's body doesn't respond like that? Every single time I've had I've even had people on medications that are the same medications that cause the same side effects, and the same effects affect them 2 different ways because they're 2 different people. They couldn't eat the same way. So be aware, guys. You know, there's going to be a lot of people on there that are saying that, like, you know, you don't have to look like a trainer to be a good trainer. Bullshit in my eyes. I mean, that's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I mean, there were times where I was fat as shit too, and I didn't look good. And I always would fucking get down on myself because I was like, look, you better fucking look the part. And there's always going to be people out there like, oh, but he speaks so well and he has so much good information. That's great. Take that information and go start applying it, but realize that when you start gathering information, that's the beginning of learning. You have not learned how to do something yet. You're beginning the learning process. Once you have done it successfully time and time again and are able to replicate it over and over again without going back to that book, you have now learned what the fuck you wanted to do. Biostraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a block. It's to learn how to do a bicep. Let's get it out of there. Boom, and we're out.